Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Michigan Association for College and Mission Counseling virtual college fair. We thank you for joining us today. We have a jam-packed session with 7 schools today, so I'm just going to go through a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are off, so panelists can't see or hear you. And a reminder that this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Michigan. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our presenters, starting first with the Art Academy of Cincinnati.
Thank you. I will pull up my presentation. Great. So welcome, everyone. My name is Brevin. I'm an admissions counselor at the Art Academy of Cincinnati, and I'm also an alum. I graduated in 2018 with a degree in illustration and creative writing. Forgot to set my timer. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what we have to offer. So for over 150 years, the Art Academy has been offering accredited degrees in the arts. Most popularly, that's our BFA program, Bachelor's of Fine Arts, but we also have an Associates of Science in Design and a Master's of Art in Art Education degree. We're a really small school. We have about 200 students in all and a 9-to-1 student-faculty ratio, so you know you're always going to be getting the feedback and attention that you need. This is our curriculum ratio. You can see our majors and minors at the side here. So 2/3 of your curriculum will be studio classes. So 3-hour-long classes of just making art and learning new techniques and building a body of work. You can see some examples down here at the bottom. The other third will be liberal arts classes, and those will be in subjects like art history, humanities, philosophy, and natural science and social science. And I always like to mention that we don't require math or science in the traditional sense because all of our classes are taught with artists in mind. So instead of memorizing a bunch of useless math that you'll never use again, you will be actively discussing with your classmates, with your professors. You'll be going on field trips and really being engaged in what you're learning. So you're still going to get all the skills you need, but it's going to be relevant to what you're getting your degree in, which is art and design. All juniors and seniors at the Art Academy are guaranteed to get a studio. These are really great little places where you can share with 3 of your best friends and people that you work really well with to just work on your art. It's a great way to kind of develop your own studio practice and really start to treat art more professionally. Sorry. And I completely forgot to talk about our major fluid program. So if you come in and you major in design, you can still take classes in sculpture or printmaking or photography or pretty much whatever you want. And that is really shown in our studios and in our facilities as well, because whether you're a sculpture major or not, you can still go down and use the wood shop or the plaster studio. Even if you're not a photography major, if you know how to use a darkroom, you can still go into the darkroom and use it. And everything is in this one building since we are small. So it makes it really easy to navigate, kind of like understand where everything is. And really, get that tool belt of skills to, further your artistic career. So this is kind of a snapshot of the city. We are located in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio, in a neighborhood called Over the Rhine. It's a historic neighborhood with lots of murals and galleries and museums and music festivals and stuff. There's always something going on in the city, but it still kind of has like a small feeling, like you'll still run into people across the city that you know, and you really become part of the community of Over the Rhine, even outside of the Art Academy. And speaking of the community, there's tons of opportunities for students, internships and co-ops and study abroad programs. Our professional development office will be able to help you find any of that you're interested in. And these are examples of some of the places our students have interned at as students or gone on to work for post-graduation. This is our application process. First, of course, is the application. You can fill that out on our website or through Common App. Second is the portfolio, which is 8 to 10 pieces of whatever your best work is, things that you're passionate about, things that you're proud of. And third are your final transcripts after you graduate. Here are some quick portfolio tips. So first of all, we're looking for personal projects, things that you've worked on outside of school, experimental work, maybe outside of your comfort zone, things that you've never tried before, and you're really just kind of, getting your toes wet, conceptual work, things with a lot of meaning or thought behind them. You can add sketchbook work if you'd like to show some preliminary stuff or works in progress. And more than anything, we're looking for quality over quantity. Every student gets an entrance scholarship. This is based on the portfolio that you submit, so that's why it's important to show us your best work. That can cover up to half of tuition. Then we also have a tuition promise. That means that we are not going to be raising tuition for you, even if it raises for future classes. So from the time that you come in to the time that you graduate, you're going to be paying the same all 4 years. Makes it a lot easier for you to plan for the future, for your finances, and not worry about like really unexpected fees. And this is a link to the page of our website where you can see all of our application info and all of the links that you need to apply and submit your portfolio and anything else like that. I will be dropping my email and phone number and stuff in the chat so that you guys can reach out to me if you'd like to know more. And thank you so much for listening.
Great, thank you so much. And next we will hear from Gannon University.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dawn, and I'm coming to you from Gannon University in Erie, Pennsylvania. So to kind of picture in your mind where that might be, if you come across the northern part of Ohio, go 22 miles over the border from Ohio to Pennsylvania, right up on the shores of Lake Erie, you'll find Gannon University. We are about 100 years old. We are a Catholic diocesan university, which means we're not affiliated with an order. About 4,000 students are on our main campus in Erie, Pennsylvania. We do have an alternate campus in Ruskin, Florida, that has many of our graduate health science students. Erie, Pennsylvania, fourth largest city in Pennsylvania, but that should draw you there mainly because of the lake atmosphere. As you can see in the picture, you'll see a strip of land that goes out into Lake Erie. That is Presque Isle. Lots of natural outdoor activities to keep you busy as a student when you're not studying. Our school is located right downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. So when you have internships, co-ops, mentorships, many businesses are headquartered right downtown Erie, Pennsylvania. So easy for you to go and partake of those opportunities straight from your dorm room. Gannon University is best known for anything in the science world. So if you have a passion for sciences, Gannon would be a great school for you to look at. Maybe your passion is in health sciences. Gannon offers many direct admit education opportunities in the health sciences, direct admit nursing, PA, physical therapy, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, just to name a few. Maybe your science passion leans a little more towards engineering. There are many opportunities in our engineering department for your schooling as well. Environmental engineering, software, biomedical, mechanical, environmental. Maybe you'd like to teach science. You could do that with an education degree from Gannon University. Science also even leaks into our business degree programs, such as supply chain management. So if you do have a science passion, you definitely want to look at Gannon. Many different degree options are available, from associates all the way through doctorate programs. How to apply to Gannon University? It's real easy. You can use our free online application or find us through the common application. We are test blind this year and next year for sure. So in order to apply, we need your high school transcripts, letters of recommendation, and your personal statement. It's real easy. We're on a rolling admission. If you are a senior, there's still time to apply for this upcoming fall. If you're a junior, we'll look for your application to start rolling in August. So what's there to do besides study at Gannon University? Gannon wants you to be a well-rounded student. So yes, you are going to study, but you're also going to have some fun time as well. As you look at this photo, you'll see our students enjoying the winter weather that does come to Erie, Pennsylvania. We do get lake effect snow, and here are students taking advantage of that. But maybe snow's not your thing. So we do have lots of other opportunities for you. Over 100 clubs and organizations. Things you might be involved in might be a social organization as one of our Greek life organizations. Maybe you'd like to volunteer and do that type of work. That's available. Maybe you'd like to add to your major. That can be done with one of our academic organizations you could belong to. Athletics, healthy body, healthy mind. You can do athletics for pleasure or for competition. Gannon is part of the NCAA Division II. So there's those opportunities as well. Lots of questions that can be answered in a short time right now, but you can reach out to me and I'll leave some contact information. But one big question that I get from a lot of students is, how am I going to pay for college? Well, you can do that through Gannon, of course. And when you apply, all students who are accepted to Gannon receive merit scholarship. That begins at $15,000, goes all the way up to full tuition. So if you're an underclassman, remember, your grades are important. Keep them up. There are also additional academic scholarships you can apply for and other types of scholarship and monies that will help you pay for college. But remember, everybody does get their first initial merit scholarship who is accepted. We look forward to having you come to our campus. We are open. We are open for visits in person or virtually. So we'd love to have you come over, check out Gannon University, and see if that might be a new home for you. Here's my contact information. I look forward to seeing you in person in the fall. Until then, hopefully we can connect via either email, text message. So thank you so much for having me tonight. Look forward to visiting you soon.
Great, thank you so much. And up next, we will hear from Virginia Tech.
Hopefully you all can see me. Good afternoon, good morning. How's everybody doing? I hope you all are doing well and mentally, physically, and emotionally are safe and healthy throughout these times. Appreciate you all joining us for today. My name is Donnell Wright. I'm Assistant Director in the Undergraduate Office of Admissions here at Virginia Tech. And welcome to that regard. Virginia Tech was founded in 1872 as Virginia Agriculture and Mechanical College. And at that time in 1872, we're essentially an all-male military institution located in Blacksburg, Virginia. So right in the southwest corner, right between two mountains. So it's a great opportunity for those students who love the outdoors. I'm from the south side of Chicago, so outdoors is really my thing, but it's a great opportunity for you into that regard to be well encompassed within the outdoor opportunities that we have available into that regard. But in general, when we think about Virginia Tech, we think of two different pillars. And that first pillar, when we think about, is ut prosum. Ut prosum is our motto, which stands for, is transfers in Latin to that I may serve. So service is very integral to that Virginia Tech spirit and nation, which we have, not only within the Corps of Cadets, as we're one of the 6 senior military institutions, but as well within, as far as students servicing the Blacksburg community and the world as a whole. So you have students not only within the Corps of Cadets, within all different facets of the military perspective, civilian, and as well as civilian, as well as going into the military route. That's a part of the Corps Cadets wanting to go into that reference of service. But the other perspective of that is going to be that Hokie spirit and that Hokie nation, and the idea of taking care of each other, that Virginia Tech is a house you want to call home. So that Hokie spirit and Hokie nation goes maybe what brought you to today, but as well in general when you become a Hokie. That goes within the 900 clubs and organizations that we have within Virginia Tech, and we think about. Within those 900 clubs and organizations, obviously we have some of the more nuanced things, like of more professional things, but as well some of the more quirky things to find those niches that make Virginia Tech a house you want to call home. So like, for example, on every Monday, the Chocolate Milk Mondays Club, and even more so on Fridays is the Chicken and Waffle Club. So there's always those opportunities for students, and I always bring up the ones that's food related because I'm a foodie, so I love to eat. In that reference, Virginia Tech has been rated this year and the past couple years in the top 2, where this year we're top 2 and number 2 in the nation for food services. So if you want to eat well and be happy and have a bunch of things to be involved in, we have it here at Virginia Tech. We're D1 Athletics, ACC, Atlantic Coastal Conference. So we're playing the UVAs, UNCs, Dukes, and all the above in all of our athletic endeavors. But outside of that, when it comes to academics, we have over 110 majors and over 200 minors and concentrations at Virginia Tech within agriculture and life sciences, architecture and urban studies, top 25 program within that. a College of Engineering top 50 program in College of Engineering, but 16 different majors in our College of Engineering, spanning from mechanical engineering, ocean engineering, computer science, computer engineering, biomedical engineering, a wide variety of opportunities within that. Liberal arts and human sciences, 55 different majors within our College of Human Sciences that goes to fashion, merchandise, and design, sports media and analytics, sociology, Africana studies, a wide variety of things within that. Natural resource and environment, number one in the nation for national resources. That goes in a reference to sustainability, sustainable biomaterials, forestry, fishery, a wide variety of things in that. Pamplin College of Business, we're the fastest business program in the state of Virginia. So we have business information technology, accounting, finance, hospitality and tourism management. And we just added a cybersecurity route within our BIT program as well. So great opportunities within that. And then we have our College of Science, which goes into nanoscience, neuroscience, psychology, and also houses our economics, mathematics, and things and psychology as well. So we have a wide variety in those. But one thing we want in perspective, even though you applied specifically to a program within a college, within Virginia Tech, you can come to any of those particular colleges undecided. So we have a wide variety of options for you when you're thinking about Virginia Tech. But in general, here's a quick little snapshot of us as overall. This is our 2020, so this is a little bit dated, but we'll make sure to update this as we move on, as we finalize our upcoming year. But we are 30,000 undergraduate students, 6,000 graduate students on a 2,600 acre land with a student faculty ratio of 14:1. So even though we're a large institution, we still have a small class size and student faculty ratio to make sure that you have those resources and those one-on-one connections with your professors. And that which goes into the opportunities of research. We're 48th in the nation amongst research, so 70% of our students are doing some form of undergraduate research every year, and that goes into those different co-ops, internships, and study abroad opportunities to help you professionally as well. When we think about when we think about our admissions process, we look at students in a very holistic review. We look at students in matters of the academic and personal perspective. We want to know who you are truly from you and only from you, and we want to see who you are academically and personally. What ways to apply to us is going to be the Coalition and the Common App. We don't have a preference of either one. It depends on which one is best for you, and those are the opportunities for you to apply to Virginia Tech. We have our 3 deadlines: early decision, early action, and regular decision. Early decision is our binding agreement that you have with us. You apply a little bit earlier and you're making that commitment to us. Early action is our priority deadline, which we encourage every student to apply to. If you don't want to make that binding agreement with us, you apply a little bit early, but you still haven't want to make the decision if you want to come to Virginia Tech or not. And regular decision is our space availability. Again, since you are applying to a specific program, we encourage every student to apply early action, so you do have the most competitive chance of getting into Virginia Tech. Again, these are all the same deadlines in which we have for international and domestic students. So make sure if you know anyone, if you are an international student, you have those opportunities to apply to Virginia Tech, and make sure to communicate with us as well throughout that process. But I call this slide our return of investment, because we want to make sure that you are getting exactly something out of Virginia Tech. Of course, we want you to come to Virginia Tech, have a great time, do some of the traditions, have the snowball fight on the drill field with the Corps Cadet students, but as well prepare you for that next phase. 83% graduation rate, 82% of our students are employed or pursuing further education after that, and as well making $60,000 of the average salary after graduating. We actually do have now a new retention rate of 93%. So all of our students are doing well coming back from there.
Sorry, Danelle, I do need to move on to the next school. Thank you. But up next, we will hear from Salve Regina University.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. My name is Zachary Pereira, and I am the admissions counselor for Michigan. And today I'm just going to talk to you a little bit more about Salve Regina University, and just in a little bit of background on us. So we are a Sisters of Mercy institution. So we're a small Catholic private liberal arts university located over here in Newport, Rhode Island. And we're a really mission-driven university, and we really take that mercy mission to heart. So for our students, we're promoting seeking wisdom and universal justice, and trying to produce graduates that are going to go out and make the world more harmonious, just, and merciful for everybody. You can see that there are 5 critical concerns of mercy that we kind of pay focus to each year. This year we are focusing on Earth. And this really mission-driven philosophy underpins everything we do here at the university. And we just, want to make the world a better place is really what it comes down to. And the students who are really interested in Salve are students who want to make an impact and want to give back to their communities, and really want to make, a positive change in the in the world and in their community. So we're a small school, like I said, 2,100 undergraduate students. There is a map right there. So we are located in the biggest little state in the union, as we like to say. Maybe not the smallest state, coming up soon, who knows, but we are located right in Newport, Rhode Island, right on Aquidneck Island, overlooking Narragansett Bay of the Atlantic Ocean. You can see on the right-hand side, that's actually a picture of our campus. We do have students from 41 different states and 21 countries across the world. So pretty geographically diverse student body. As far as academic programs, we started originally as a nursing female-only institution, kind of a school for the helping professions, kind of like education, social work as well. Today, we have about 50 different academic programs across the liberal arts and those pre-professional programs like nursing, education, social work, and including some of these new dual degree programs that we have in pharmacy, engineering, and data science. But the beauty of the liberal arts education is that you can double major, you can minor, you can experiment and pick up things that you weren't exposed to in high school, no matter if you're interested in double majoring, picking up some minors, and doing our pre-law program, our pre-med program. You're going to have the opportunities because we are a small school. We have small class sizes. Our average class size here at Salve Regina is 19 students. And starting freshman year, we help you find internships and put a really strong focus on what we call kind of experiential learning. So you'll see in a couple of these pictures here, you see one of our performing arts productions, you see one of our students in one of our biology labs, and then you see on the right-hand side, some of our students actually doing an archaeological dig. One of our unique programs here at Salve Regina University is our cultural and historical preservation program, and we're uniquely situated here in Newport with our campus made up of 7 historic Gilded Age mansions and estates. And there's a lot of colonial history and industrial revolution history here in Rhode Island. So we have a lot of opportunities for students to, through this culture and preservation program, dabble in archaeology and anthropology, in museum studies, in architecture as well, and a couple other disciplines, which is really cool. But no matter what program you're interested in, we're going to have a required form of experiential learning that's a part of your curriculum. So, whether it's a traditional internship, field work, undergraduate research on campus, or back home in your community, you're going to be building your skill set so you're set up for success after graduation. But going beyond academics, we do have 80 different clubs and organizations that you can join here at Salve Regina. These include, your academic clubs, but also we have some really unique and cool clubs. My favorite is the outdoor club, just because I love being outside. We also have a really cool options trading club as well, which is kind of one like our county club. Maybe, athletics is more your thing. We do have 20 varsity athletic teams here at Salve, including men and women's ice hockey, as well as a sailing co-ed team as well. We're located here in Newport, Rhode Island. It's a really culturally and historically rich city. And if you don't know too much about it, I would encourage you to go to discovernewport.org, which is like the tourism website for the city, just to learn a little bit more. But there's so much to do on campus in the Newport community, from athletics to programming on campus, to guest speakers that we have come, musicians, food trucks, engaging in service. You can see we do a lot of beach cleanups over here in the Ocean State. So no matter what you're interested in, there's going to be kind of an extracurricular outlet for you. Talking about the application, we are a Common App school, so commonapp.org. In addition to that, we do require your official high school transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, and we are SAT and ACT optional. On the right-hand side, you can see some statistics just for comparison's sake. But I'll just mention that nursing is our more competitive program. We get about 1,000 applications each year, have about a 50% accept rate, and really just want to see a really strong math and science curriculum on that front. When it comes to the application deadlines and timeline, we have 3 separate application deadlines, November 1st, January 5th, and February 1st. And then just for scholarships and financial aid, we do offer both merit and need-based financial aid. You can see our total cost of attendance down below, and those scholarships range from $10,000 to $25,000. But I am just going to leave my contact information here and I'll also post it in the chat for you all. But I'd love to answer any questions that you have about Salve Regina University. University. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. And next we will hear from Syracuse University.
Hello, everyone. Give me one moment so I can share my screen. All right, so hi everyone, my name is Marcus Morales. I'm one of the admissions counselors for Syracuse University, and I'm glad to be able to talk with you today. I am the Michigan regional representative for you all, so if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Give you an idea of where we are located in central New York. I know so many people think of New York City when they think of Syracuse. So it's just, we always like to point out that we are in central New York. We are about 4.5 hours away from Toronto, which is also the same distance from New York City. So giving you that idea of where we are in relation to some of those larger cities. Here's an image of what our campus looks like during the kind of 4 different seasons. Right? It can be really green, or it can be white in kind of that late fall to early springtime, and green every other time. Just want to give you that visual. And we can't talk about college without talking about our academics. So 200 majors, 100 minors, including dual enrollment programs. The great thing about Syracuse is that we allow students to be really creative in what it is that they're studying. So we allow for students to have, well, 1 major, 2 major, 3 majors even, but also being able to pair those majors with minors. We are broken up into 10 different schools and colleges on campus, which does allow for our students to take classes in a lot of different fields. But what that also does is allow our students to minor in any one of our minors, regardless of their major. So if they're minors in the College of Arts and Sciences, but they're a Whitman student, if they can be a business student, but also take that Arts and Sciences minor. So that's a really great way for students to be creative in their academic experience. And then being broken up into those 10 different schools, that really does make the school feel a lot smaller. We have about 15,000 full-time undergraduate students, and that really does break down between those 10 different schools, and it can feel a lot smaller. That average class size of 26 students in a class. And it also kind of spills over into our research because within the schools, there are large scale projects happening. So now students get to really dive into their fields, but to have a ton of opportunities when it comes to research. We've also recently opened an office called The Source, which really allows students to be creative in the type of research projects that they're being a part of. They can create their own, they can develop a team that's doing a project together, and they can work on things that maybe the university wasn't looking at before, and now students get to build it on their own, which is a really cool experience for them. One of the kind of largest resources that I love to talk to students about is that academic and career advising office, because they are going to help you in every way that you'll probably need. We have one of these offices in each one of our schools and colleges, which means you're going to work with one of the coaches who really have an idea of all of those fields within your school. They're going to be the people that are being called when alumni or organizations and companies are looking for students to hire, for interns, right? And you want to be in the front of their mind. So that's why it's a really great office to work with. But they're also going to be your academic advisors, so helping you pick what classes and when to take those classes, as well as what professors to take those classes with. If these coaches really want to have a better understanding of who you are as a whole person, and that'll help us be able to coach you the best way possible, get you where you'd like to go by the time you graduate. So that really does cover those customized plans. And it's not just about while you're a student. It's about if you're looking for internships outside of school, if you're looking for jobs when you're about to graduate or graduate school, and not just helping you identify places to apply, but to then also coach you through the application process, being able to understand what companies' processes look like, and being able to really help you tailor your cover letter, your resume, and all of your application items to those things. And these are people who are helping you from your very first semester all the way through really after you graduate, which is a really big key resource for students. Study abroad, I have to talk about this. This is such a huge part of our campus culture, right? We have over 100 programs in 60 countries, whether students want to go to one of our SU centers or with one of our world partners, students have tons and tons of options. So if you know you want to go abroad, get some experience out of the country while studying, Syracuse might be a great opportunity for you. We also have discovery programs, which are huge for students who know they want to go abroad. It's a first semester freshman experience in Florence, Madrid, or Strasbourg. So that's really key for some of our students. Being orange, and we can't talk about Syracuse without talking about that orange pride and representing that orange nation. We are 300 and plus clubs and organizations. We have students who come from all over the world, right? And we're really trying to make sure our students are developing those leadership skills and making those connections that are going to help them after they graduate, whether that's being able to run a meeting or organize an event, or being able to bring speakers and network with other people to really provide that community aspect, whether it's in their work or within their communities. That's a big part of what it means to be orange. And want to talk about our Shine Student Center, a brand new renovated area. We can't miss out on this space because it is where our intercultural collective is, where we have our Office of Multicultural Affairs, LGBT Resource Center, and our Disability Cultural Center. And then just wanting you to know we are here to help. So any questions you have on application things, anything related to Syracuse, please feel free to reach out to us. Our email is on the bottom here, and I'll make sure to put my information in the chat so you can always reach out to me. Everyone have a great night.
Great, thank you so much. Next, we will hear from UMass Amherst.
Thank you so much. Just going to get my screen up sharing here. Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Tuttle-Sibley, and I'm an Assistant Director of Admission here at UMass Amherst. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm also a UMass Amherst alum and a first-generation college student. Our 1,450-acre UMass Amherst flagship campus is located in scenic Western Massachusetts, which is about 2 hours from Boston and 3 hours from New York City. The campus provides a rich cultural environment in a rural setting. Our campus is also about an hour away from an international airport with Amtrak stations nearby, and our Peter Pan and Greyhound bus stops right on campus. At UMass Amherst, we have over 24,000 undergraduate students, and we're ranked number 26 in top public universities. We have over 100 degree programs and over 300 registered student organizations, and we're also Division I for athletics. UMass Amherst is home to the #1 collegiate dining for 5 years running, and I mean it, our food is amazing. UMass Amherst is also home to over 24,000 students from 49 states, with about 75% of our students enrolling from Massachusetts and 25% being out of state or international. Over 29% of our UMass students identify as students of color, with 33% of our first-year students alone identifying as Alana. UMass Amherst offers over 80% of our incoming class some form of federal financial aid, with over 22% being Pell Grant recipients. UMass students also enjoy attending and playing in Division I athletics, club sports, intramural sports, attending concerts, plays, and musicals, and working out at our state-of-the-art recreation center as part of their UMass tuition. Over 400 students participate annually in the largest collegiate marching band in the Northeast, the University of Massachusetts Minuteman Marching Band. UMass Amherst boasts many cultural centers, including our CMAS, which is Center for Multicultural Advancement and Student Success, our Josephine White Eagle Cultural Center, the Malcolm X Center, and more. The UMass Stonewall Center has served the campus and surrounding community by providing cultural and educational programming, including LGBTQIA ally training sessions, speakers bureaus, and advocacy for students in the UMass and surrounding community. Students can also participate in many religious and social justice clubs and organizations both on and off campus in our Amherst area. Research is huge at UMass Amherst. We're a Tier 1 Carnegie Research Institution, which means that we receive millions in funding annually for research for undergraduate students. We have research experience for all students in all majors, and you can take part as early as freshman year. Students can also work with career counseling within their school and college or at the UMass Career Center to set up internships and co-ops. I mentioned earlier that we're always voted one of the top college towns in the country. We're also part of the 5 College Consortium, and some students choose to study away from campus, traveling to study abroad all over the world, or locally by taking part in the 5 College Consortium, where they can enroll in classes at Amherst, Smith, Mount Holyoke, and Hampshire colleges. All 100 plus of our majors and programs are located in smaller neighborhoods that we call schools and colleges. Each of the schools and colleges offer their own academic advising and career counseling. The schools and colleges also offer events and lectures for UMass students and our surrounding community. At UMass Amherst, we boast a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio, with our average class size being about 36 students. Roughly 16,000 of our undergraduate students choose to live on campus in one of our 5 beautiful residential areas. Students at UMass Amherst build their own schedules, selecting courses within their major and other areas of interest, deciding which days of the week and which times of the day they'd like to be in class. Even with over 100 programs, we offer the additional option of building your own major. The Bachelor's Degree of Individual Concentration, or BDIC, is a program where students draw from majors on our campus or any of the surrounding 4 colleges to create and cultivate your own unique degree. Recent popular programs have been bachelor's degrees in fashion marketing, real estate, music production and management, and even microbrewery and cheese making. UMass Amherst also offers an honors college. Our honors college is not a separate institution or experience. It's part of your UMass experience in addition to your major and studies. You can be any major and participate in the honors college. How it works is you take 8 to 10 honors courses throughout your 4 years at UMass. There's smaller classes capped at about 25 students, which is under our average class size of 38 students. You have the option of entering the lottery to live in honors housing. Students have to complete a capstone thesis at the end of their 4 years in partnership with a faculty member in your area of study, and you graduate with honors. You don't have to apply. We review every applicant for the honors college. And if you don't qualify at the time of admission, you can apply anytime after your first semester on campus. It's just one of the many ways to find your niche and make our school feel like home. For the next 3 years, UMass Amherst will offer will be test optional. We'll offer the SAT and ACT if you'd like to submit them, but you do not have to. For those prospective students who have taken the test and would still like to submit your scores, you are more than welcome to do so. And if an applicant chooses to submit test scores, we're going to look at your scores to see if they add value and context to your overall application, but they're not required for admission. And we do anticipate being test optional for the next 2 years. UMass Amherst offers both early action and regular decision admissions options, and our UMass Common App will open on August 1st. Our UMass Amherst Holistic Review includes a review of your transcript, extracurriculars including leadership, employment, or caring for siblings and aging family members, 1 essay, you choose the prompt, 2 supplemental questions, and we require 1 letter of recommendation, and we'll accept up to 3, and we are test optional. We do also offer a lot of robust visit options, most of them being virtual, but we're hoping to offer in-person tours soon. And here's just a little bit of the contact information I'd like to share with you, which I'll also drop into the chat. Thank you so much for having me today.
Great, thank you. And lastly, we will hear from West Virginia University.
Great. Good evening, everyone. My name is Madeline Ryan, and I am the admissions counselor for Michigan from West Virginia University. So West Virginia University was founded in 1867 as a land-grant institution, and we now have 3 campuses across the state of West Virginia. So each of our campuses does have different admissions offices. We have different academic programming and campus environments. So we do encourage you to connect with us at each of the campuses to learn more. And our flagship campus is our Morgantown campus, which is located in north central West Virginia. It's about 3 hours from Washington, D.C. and 5 hours from Detroit. So if you're going to be flying into campus, you can actually fly into the Pittsburgh airport, and then it's just a 70-mile drive south into Morgantown. So we have 27,000 students from all 50 states and 118 different countries. And we're actually majority non-resident. So about 55% of our students are coming from outside of West Virginia. And then even though we are considered a large school, our student to faculty ratio is 18-to-1. And then once you've been admitted into one of the 14 schools and colleges on campus, it does help make the university seem a little bit more small. So we are proud to be among the top 3% of universities worldwide. Our students are recruited by some of the top Fortune 500 companies, and you can see some of those companies listed on this screen. And we do have special partnerships with the FBI and NASA. We are one of 130 institutions classified as an R1 research institution. So that means that our students are getting involved in the highest levels of research as early as the summer before their freshman year. And experiential learning in general is really important to us. So some other opportunities include studying abroad in one of 50 different countries. You could do a 2-week program, full academic year, or a semester-long program. Or you can complete 1,100 hours of clinicals right there on campus at our level 1 trauma hospital. Or maybe you want to compete nationally or internationally with your peers as a member of one of our student project teams. So Morgantown is really considered a college town, but with all of the different activities and events that we have going on throughout the year, it does have a small city feel. So we're located in the mountains and surrounded by rivers. So it offers really great opportunities for camping, canoeing, hiking, whitewater rafting, and zip lining with our Adventure West Virginia program. And then during a non-pandemic year, you can actually complete an international program in places like South Africa and Fiji, to name a few. So you can really highlight your mountaineer spirit by cheering on one of our Big 12 Division I student athletes across 18 NCAA sports teams, or you can join our rec or intramural teams, or maybe you are a strong leader and really committed to community service. You can join one of our 485 student organizations. The application will actually open the August before your senior year, and we are a rolling admissions institution. So once we receive all of the required documents, you should receive your decision within 4 to 6 weeks. And we have our online application or the Common App. We don't have a preference for either. So essays and letters of recommendation are not required or part of your application for consideration. And we just want to see your high school coursework, any dual enrollment coursework, and how well you've done throughout your high school career. We did adopt a test optional policy this year. We have also extended that policy on for the fall 2022 and spring 2023 terms, and we're looking to make that a permanent change moving forward. So at the time that you apply, we will automatically consider you for our university merit scholarships. So you do see 2 grids here. This one here, the colorful grid, is for our score senders. So you'd find your GPA on either a weighted or an unweighted scale, and then your ACT or SAT score on the bottom. And you can see they range from 7,000 to 16,000. And then on this side, we have our Go First scholarships, which are for our score senders, our test optional applicants, excuse me. So with a 3.0 or higher, you're already earning a scholarship with us. We do have additional scholarships offered by one of the 14 schools or colleges, the college that you will be majoring within. And we have additional scholarships like our diversity scholarship, our leadership scholarship. So you can stack on multiple scholarships to really help with that cost of attendance. These are the 14 schools or colleges that are listed that I mentioned before, listed on the screen. And a lot of our students will double major or add on a minor. So you really can create that program that suits all of your interests and your skills. And then even if you're undecided, you're not sure as an incoming freshman, you can apply as an undecided student, or what we call the exploratory pathway, work with your advisor, and then later declare. Some of our unique majors include we have the #1 forensic and investigative science program in the country and the largest crime scene training complex. We're just one of a few schools with a petroleum and natural gas engineering program, so at the undergraduate and graduate level. Our 3+3 law track allows you to graduate with your bachelor's and law degree a year earlier than your peers. And then you see some of our sports science and media majors listed at the bottom. You can work with our student athletes, their trainers, their management staff, or you could be a videographer or a photographer. So use that arena as your platform. We would love to connect with you. We do have both of our visitor centers open, and we have virtual programming. If you go to admissions.wvu.edu/visit, you can learn more. And once again, my name is Madeline Ryan. Please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much and have a great evening.
Great, thank you so much. So that is all the time that we have for this evening. I want to thank everyone for joining us, our attendees and our panelists. I know you guys have busy schedules this time of year, so thank you for taking the time to be with us. For our attendees, when you close out of here, there will be a quick 4-question survey. If you wouldn't mind filling that out and giving us some feedback, we'd appreciate it. We're always looking to make improvements on these events, and that feedback is one way of doing that. So thank you in advance. And a reminder that this session is recorded as were all of our other ones, and they will be available at strivescan.com/Michigan within the next week or so. So again, that's all the time we have. I want to thank everyone for joining us and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye, everyone.